What's up, y'all? It's your boy Gabe Lustman, and I'm checking in right here with TampaMystic on the Industry Most Wanted podcast.
Is you drunk? Tell me, do you got plans after the club? I ain't gonna flex, I'm tryna fuck. Tell me if you're down to meet up. Meet up.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. Boom! I heard we have Gabe Lustman in the building, superstar. He's out here working, grinding, doing his thing. I appreciate you being here first and foremost.
Thank you.
Boom. Long overdue for us to come together. You're super talented. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you here on the show. Without further ado, go ahead and give us that official introduction.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Gabe Lustman, and I am locked in right here with TampaMystic on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast.
Boom!
Not pawn.
Nah, for real. Hey, it's all good, though. Hey, we're going to start our own lingo today.
Exactly.
And we could trademark it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, he's so talented, y'all. He can really sing.
I can make a song about anything.
No, for real. Absolutely. When you are a creator, you can absolutely do that. But let's, make sure people understand your journey. Where are you from originally?
Originally, I was born in New Orleans,
Okay.
Louisiana. I was raised in Minneapolis. My dad was in the Navy, so I moved around everywhere. So, so I grew up in Minneapolis. That's where I really had my roots. And
Understood.
Stuff, 13 years, you know what I mean?
How long were you in the NO?
I was only there for like 3 years.
Oh, okay. So you don't really remember it.
Good, but girls. It depends on who I'm talking to. If it's like a Southern girl, I'll be like, yeah, I'm from New Orleans.
I'm from New Orleans. No, absolutely. Would you say, being that you got to move around quite a bit, that your dad was in the military, that helped you as far as networking and getting to know different cultures and stuff?
It did. Kind of, not really though. It was just, basically like, we moved around. I lived in like New Orleans, San Diego, California, La Mesa. I lived in Chicago for a couple years, and I was a kid most of the time. So it's not like I was 16 or 18 and I was like moving around, shucking it, talking to everybody and stuff.
Yeah,
so
understood.
it's like I was still like, it was kind of tough because like I had to leave my friends every couple of years and like the schools, and I didn't really have constant friends and like a grounded. But my parents were really good parents, so like that taught me a lot of good things, like morals and all that stuff. But
absolutely. Where did you, out of all the cities that you resided in, where did you enjoy the most?
I actually really did like living in Minneapolis. Like nowadays, like nothing against Minneapolis, I got love for the city. It's just like the mentality and stuff. Like up there is, it's a little bit behind, and it's Atlanta's. I've been blessed to be in Atlanta because it's a cultural city, and it's ahead. It's a taste-making city, and a lot of people follow what Atlanta does.
Absolutely.
It's a trend-setting city. So, like, a lot of times you'll be ahead of the curve being in Atlanta, and then you go somewhere else, like Iowa or Idaho or something. You know what I'm saying? And then, and then they're behind, or they get records way later and stuff like that. So, I love living there for the point of, like, it's good schools, like family stuff, and summers are beautiful. I mean, I burnt yesterday on the lake.
I'll say you got a nice little tan going. I can see it in your face, rosy cheeks.
I had to put these things on. I was like, I don't want to look at you. If I look at you, you're going to turn to stone.
No, the color looks good on you. I'm like, I'm pale ski, so I'm like, I got German roots, so I'm very pale. So I got to get out there from time to time and get me a little melanin popping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That is really dope. So about what age did music start becoming a personal interest for you?
Music started becoming a personal interest for me when I when I came out of the womb. I was like, I came out that thing singing. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I heard you got a new man. I hope he did. No, I came out the womb singing. Like I was before I could speak. I remember, I had these toys and stuff my parents bought me at the time, and like they would have like, it would be like a piano thing, or it'd be like little, you press a button in it, like, and I would like hum to that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like before I could speak, I was singing melodies and developing at an early age. I didn't realize what I was doing at the time, but and that's how I really got to singing in the bathroom as a kid, because you had acoustics in there.
Yeah, of course.
So, and I sang till I was hoarse. I would sing for 6 hours a day
Wow.
and skip going and playing outside with the kids so I could, perfect my craft. And I just loved it. I didn't know how to do it or how to become who I am now. I didn't know what what I was doing, I just knew that I loved to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to be like Justin Timberlake and these guys. I was like, I wanted to be them, you know. And it's just like, now here I am, like competing. I'm in the industry now, and it's a blessing.
That is absolutely a blessing, and I think it's so dope that you found your passion at such a young age.
Yeah, for sure.
Was there anybody around you that was doing music?
Not really.
Yeah.
It was just something I had. I've just kind of always been like an outcast and just kind of like my own person. And like, I just do what I want, you know? So it's like, I always just really was obsessed with music and singing and just how it made me feel and the reaction I got out of people.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, it's kind of a high, you know? So, yeah. So nobody, not really, man. Like, I mean, you know, it was just really me, you know, just doing that. And I'm the first one.
Any particular like musical influences when you were little? Like any artists you found yourself singing their music?
Yeah, most definitely. Justified album by Justin Timberlake.
Yep.
We're talking about Turning Point by Mario.
Okay.
Confessions and My Way by Usher.
Yes.
Chris Brown, the self-titled one with Scott Storch did a, you know, like all these ones. And of course, Boys to Men Legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I listened to H-Town and Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like I listened to everything, you know, like just really anything, like anything that sounded good. And I had a friend that would like come over to the house. He was like older and stuff, and he sang. He was like pretty good. His name was Sean, and he taught me to like sing along with women when I was younger. Like so, I would try to sing like Whitney and Aretha, like so that would help my tone, and it would help me like be, you know, belt more and stuff.
Yes.
Like and then now I sing and I can sing up here. I can go, you know what I'm saying? Because I practiced with that like for years, so it's like a second nature. It's so easy. You know?
Man, you have like an amazing voice.
Thank you.
Like
I'm like I don't even got no water. I'm just
he ain't even warmed it up a little.
No, not yet. I'm working on it. Just this these little bits here and there.
Yeah,
you know?
but no, you sound amazing. Absolutely, you know. And R&B music has always been my first love. You know, like back in the 90s, early 2000s, some of the greatest music, and of course, you know, before that as well. But that's kind of really when I started understanding music, was back in the 90s and 2000s. And let me ask you this, because my last guest, he was also an R&B singer. So today's an R&B day, you guys. You know, and I asked him this question: where do you feel like in the music industry as a whole R&B sits right now?
I think R&B right now is making a great comeback.
Yeah.
And it's like revolutionizing, and there's definitely a need for some like substance in the music. You know, I listen to all type of music. I listen to country music, I listen to trap music, I listen to country, like everything, you know. But I think right now people need some like substance. People want to feel love, and the world is like it's a messed up place. So I think R&B is something that's like reviving the vibe, you know what I'm saying, and kind of bringing it back. And it's just a pleasure to be doing that kind of music right now and having people pay attention to me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So if that answers your question.
No, it absolutely does. And, you know, like you said, everybody needs love. I think the one emotion that everybody needs to experience in their life is love.
Facts.
A lot of people won't admit to that because they try to be hard and they try to be tough. But at the end of the day, why would you not want to be loved, you know, or love somebody? Right. You know, it's a big emotion. It can hurt you, but at the same time, it can feel really, really good, you know, absolutely. Yeah, sure. Let's talk about your music in particular. Are you open to doing other genres?
I am. I actually dabble, like, you know, like, because I write for other people too. Yeah. So I've written for rappers. I've written for like country singers. I've written for females, of course. You know, so it's just like whatever whenever I'm called on, you know, I can deliver.
Okay, absolutely.
It probably died.
It died, yeah. I know that's right. Peace out. Y'all gotta catch. You gotta catch the real one on YouTube. No, but that's really dope. Do you enjoy writing for other people?
I do. I particularly like writing for females because the check is good. Number one.
Yeah.
You know, they be coming with the money. I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? but not only that, but it's like it helps me like keep my pen sharp, and it helps me like think from a different point of view. Like I grew up and I was listening to Neo and The Dream and stuff, and you know they wrote some of the biggest records. They're writing for Rihanna, Umbrella. They write Beyonce records. So to be able to write for a woman and have them like it and have people be like, oh, that's fire, like I already know I got it, you know?
Man, let's talk about that process, you know, of writing for someone else. Okay. Do they typically have to give you like kind of an idea, or do you just come up with it off your own? How does that part of it work?
They don't really have to give me an idea. I just really, I got so much creative juices in my blood that, you know, I could come up with it. Now, I don't typically like co-writing with people too much, you know, because it messed my vibe up.
Yeah.
So, like, I just like to zone in, lock in, and just do it. And then if you want to add something later, I say, hey, you can write the verse or something. Then that's different. But, you know, yeah, I guess.
When it comes to your own music, what is your creative style? Do you write at the house? Do you like prefer to be in the studio? How does your music come together?
So I have a studio at the house.
Okay.
And I have a building also in Atlanta. And I have a facility there, kind of similar to this. And I have my own little getaway over there with my, you know, my little stuff. And it be vibing. This is dope, you know. So I mean, anywhere I go, there's music, there's accessibility to the studio, because you never know when inspiration is gonna call you.
Yes, 100%. That's what I tell a lot of these artists. I'm like, you ain't gotta have the best setup at the house, but at least have a way to record yourself. If you roll out of bed one morning and you got something on your heart and you need to get it off, you can roll out of bed and walk into your home studio.
So I for a very long time I've kept. I mean, we have like a whole setup now, but I'm saying I have 2 whole setups. But for a long time I had my M box, like 10 years ago or whatever, and I was in my little loft in Minneapolis and stuff, and I literally had it right next to my bed. So when I used to have dreams about songs and stuff like that. So I would wake up and I would have like a whole hook in my head.
Yeah.
I would like dream a melody, and I would just get up and like I would wake up and it would be playing in my head. So I would just like cut the Pro Tools on, do a click track.
That is so dope.
And then I would just like start singing it. Yeah. And I would just get to it, and then I would just sing to that click track, and then I put like a little rough mix on it, put the little wave plugins I engineer myself too, and then I'll send that off to a producer, and then they'll do it, and then I'll just recut it and make it on time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I made a whole bunch of songs like that. You know, like that's a gift, you know, from God. So
I agree, because whatever you're feeling at that moment, even if it's 3 a.m. and you're waking up from a very vivid dream, that emotion that you're feeling, you can't get that back.
Yeah.
So you have to do it right then and there. Because
Yeah.
if you go later on in the day after you've been out driving in stressful traffic and stuff, your vibe's not going to be the same. So I think it's important that you have a spot at the house, you know, if possible, to get out there and record yourself. So you engineer yourself, you do the mix and mastering as well?
I do. Yeah, I'm working on my mastering right now. I'm definitely really good at mixing.
Okay.
And I got my template the way I want it and stuff. I have a couple different templates for different vibes and stuff. And my moods, you know. But yeah. So I pretty much do everything. If I need some help, I'll call my people's my manager Juice.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, and he'll go through and touch it up for me and make sure it's right before I drop it. So it's that ear candy.
Yeah, absolutely. You know? It's important to have somebody that understands how you want your music to sound, because in reality, who better to get your sound the way you want it than you? Because you can hear in your head exactly what the sound you're going for, and it's kind of hard to explain that to someone.
Yeah.
But if somebody understands your musical style, then they're going to be able to, like you said, touch it up and put a little, you know, their little twist on there. How long have you been releasing music?
My first release was in May of 2006.
Okay.
So about 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You look so, I mean, not that I expected you to be old, but for you to be having released it for 17 years.
It's a lot of working out, drinking water, a lot of meditating.
Nah, for real. Not smoking cigarettes, all that stuff.
No.
Yeah, it's important. This is our temple. We got to take care of it.
Right. Yeah.
It's so important. Out of all the songs that you released between 2006 and now, which one is the most personal for you?
Probably the record called True. But matter of fact, there was a record I did in 2011 or 12, I believe. I forget which year it was. I had to look at the YouTube.
Yeah.
But my dad passed away, and that was really, really hard. So I made this song.
I'm so sorry.
Thanks. So I wrote this song called Changed, and then I shot it and like drove to the little graveyard. He's buried at the Arlington Cemetery.
I just got chills. That's so amazing.
It was cool, and it actually it was like it went baby viral. You know what I'm saying? Like for that time. You know, I was like one of the first people that was like really shooting videos as an independent artist 12 years ago. Like, people wasn't shooting videos like that, not in Minneapolis for sure. So, but you know, I think I paid like $300, and we like hung out the car with the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Those sometimes are the best
crazy
ones, though.
Yeah, it was cool, but that thing, I think it got about 600,000 views. You know what I'm saying? They were all real. I didn't buy no views, nothing like that. So. That was special. It was vindicating. It felt good, and it helped in the healing process. So that for sure. And then I would say definitely number 2, my record True. So make sure y'all get that. Gabe Lustman True. Download that on Spotify, Apple Music. That record has brought me like to a whole bunch of different places. Like it got me in front of Teddy Riley.
Wow.
It got me. I got to meet the late and great Andre Harrell, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And then they had me on Revolt TV with Neo.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
And yeah, it was cool. So like I got flew out to LA.
Got flued out.
I got flued out. You know what I'm saying? By Revolt. Shout out to Revolt TV. You know, and so like that record, like that's one thing I learned is like when the music is bigger than you, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes that can take you somewhere you can't go yourself.
Yes.
And it's really crazy. It's cool to see the power of music, and it's something I love, and it's organic. So for me to make something from my heart,
yeah,
and then have it resonate with the people and bring me and open those doors, it's crazy.
Absolutely. That's why I like asking that what your personal songs are, because to me that's typically the songs that people resonate with the most.
Facts.
Because it comes from the heart.
Oh, don't forget about Timberland too. I just talking to Timberland a couple of days ago, and he was loving the record.
He's such a vibe.
He's cool as hell. Yeah, most
That
definitely.
is
Yeah, I love
dope.
Tim.
So
Yeah.
let's take it back again. You know, again, my condolences losing your dad. My
Thank you.
dad's still here, but I lost my mom, so I completely understand how tough it is. Thank you. During that time, how did you handle work-life balance, just losing probably one of the closest people to you?
It was really hard. It was very hard losing my father, and you know, I had my manager Juice with me at the time, and we still rocking to this day.
Yeah.
12 years later, 13 years later, you know, shout out to him. But you know, I didn't know, I was lost. I was really depressed, and I drank a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was going through shit. You know?
Yeah, of course.
And I really just got in the studio, and I just started recording and throwing myself into work, because I didn't want to just lay down and die and feel like it was like really serious, because I'm just gonna throw it out there. I was adopted, so
Yeah.
like I already dealt with that, and then he was my adopted father and taught me a lot about life, and he was my buddy, you know, and he was there for me. So it was extra hard, you know what I'm saying? So I just really got in the studio and just recorded, and you know, I think I might have recorded like 200 or 300 songs that year, and it was crazy. And I mean, I think I probably got almost 3,000 right now, like, you know what I'm saying, on wax. So I mean, I'm as much as possible. You can ask my boy over there, shout out Big, but you know, we be in the studio every day, every single day. Like maybe take off one day, like Sunday, and that's just to go lay by the pool or call some girls or something.
I got hoes in different area codes. No, but I think that music is absolutely an outlet for every type of emotion that we go through.
Yeah.
Whether you have anxiety going on, there might be a little bit of stress, even maybe some depression. We all go through, we're human. We experience every level of emotions, especially when you lose someone close to you. And we're going to get a little bit deeper for a second. So, you know, you were talking about how you have dreams about your music and you wake up. Does your father ever come to you in your dreams?
Yeah, that happened before. And he told me it was going to be all right.
Yeah.
You know? It was crazy. I don't know if it was astral projected. I don't know what. I mean, I'd be praying. I'm Christian, you know, but you know, your spirit, like, that's a crazy thing. So it's like, I found myself in the living room or like the kitchen area of like my mother's house, and and he was there and telling me it's gonna be all right. And I woke up and I felt peace. I was like, man, I wonder if that was real.
It is very real.
Because it felt weird. Like, that was some weird stuff.
No, it's very real, because I experienced that a lot from my mom. And from me, I get clarity out of it. You know, of course, losing a parent is the hardest thing ever. However, I feel like I've gained more clarity about life as a whole, because I don't take nothing for granted.
True.
You know, I lost my sister. She was only 41. She was very, very young, you know, and she had cancer. So it's like when you lose people close to you, it's hard, but at the same time, it gives you more clarity on life, especially when they come to you in your dreams, because it's very vivid, and you wake up feeling very different. Yeah. I experienced that.
True. Yeah, that's right.
That is really dope. So let's talk about what you're currently working on.
On a lighter note, right?
You know what I'm saying? Switch gears a little bit here, you know. But I like talking about that stuff, because we have to get it off our heart and our chest sometimes, you know.
Thanks. It feels good to talk about that one. So I don't talk about that a lot. So
absolutely.
So currently working on an album. It's titled "Hard to Love."
Okay.
So
are you hard to love?
Hey, it doesn't just mean me. It might be you. Might be hard to love. You know what I'm saying? It might be the viewers. They might be hard to love. Love is a tough topic anyway.
Yes.
So it's like, you might be hard to love. I might be. Love is a hard thing. Yes. So it's like, I just covering all the things. Like, I'm covering, there's a record on there called Long Distance, and that's about like a girl that I really fell for in Tennessee, and she was back and forth, and it just didn't work. And then there was like a girl like one of my exes. She was in Canada, and that's why I made that whole album My Ex About that went #1 in Germany on iTunes. You know, and so it's like I'm just kind of combining like the different love that I've had in my life, and then even like, you know, with friends, like old friends I don't talk to anymore, or like you know, I miss my mother because she's far. You know, she's in Minneapolis. I'm down here. So
that's tough.
it's like this love can take a lot of different forms. So I'm kind of just highlighting everything and just, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what this is about. It's hard to love. It can be hard to love. You can be, you know what I'm saying? All that.
Absolutely. Let's talk about it in more in depth. When is it going to be released?
I'm shooting for the end of the summer right now. I'm just,
okay.
You know how it goes. Like I'm independent, so
yeah, understood.
You know, I ain't got no investors. I don't got no sugar mama, nothing. So if you know anybody, you know what I'm saying.
And if she got a brother who a sugar daddy,
hey, let's get it. We in there. Come on. Let's go. We can work as a team.
I keep telling people I need to find me a 55-year-old doctor. Where is he at?
Hey, Buckhead. Buckhead. No, but I'm saying, so, you know, yeah, so basically, what were we talking about? Like, you lost me. I think about money now.
I know we thinking about sugar mama, sugar daddies. No,
in Atlanta, though.
Talking about the release of the album.
Okay, yeah, okay. Let me just
refocus.
All right.
I love your energy.
Yeah. Thank you. And I just snorted. Okay. Yeah, so all right, let's bring it back in. Okay, I'm ready.
So, like, close to the end of the summer, you're planning on releasing it.
So I'm doing budgeting and stuff, getting everything together. I'm self-funded, everything you see, photo shoots, everything. Like, I do all of it myself. There's no secret person giving me $100 here or nothing for nothing. Everything I do myself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my manager Juice, he'll help me along the way and show me guidance and stuff. But these days, it's all Gabe on the financial tip, and I'm proud of that. I take pride in it, and it's like, you know, do I want to go buy a Lambo or do I want to have the hottest album of the year and go and rent these cars and do this and then have it for, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I'm like, right now I'm just kind of like putting everything together, and you know, I guarantee you that album is going to be charting. My last couple albums charted on, like, I think my last album it charted in 5 or 6 different countries at once, you know, and internationally. So I hope to my goal is to get that charting in the top 10 in the U.S. And then, of course, like Music Choice, and I'm going to go run through all that. And Jimmy Kimmel is on the list, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I need to get back on these things. So
we're throwing it out to the universe. I'm big on that. Whatever you want to receive, you got to put it out there to the universe. And talk about it and bring it to fruition as if it's already happened.
Hey, Zach, I believe it already happened. I already had a #1, so I'm like, I can't celebrate #2 again. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, I had got a #2. I think that record True hit #2 in UK or Norway or something. It was like one of the two. It was like #5 or #2 in like one or the other, and then both. But, you know, I was like, I don't even want a plaque for that. Like, if it ain't #1, like, then what?
Right.
Somebody gonna walk in and be like, oh, you got who got #1? I'm like, nah, bro. Like,
you got #4 on the wall. I see you.
Like, but who got, that ain't #1, no. Like, I only celebrate being #1.
Nah,
you know
for real.
Shoot.
How does it feel, though, to have songs charting, like, internationally?
It's cool as hell. I mean, you know, it's a blessing, you know? I mean, it's exciting. I wake up and it's like, that deposit just hit or something. You know, like a 10,000. I'm like, yo, I start calling people and like putting the screenshot up and the likes come in, all the girls, I miss you.
I know that's right. Yeah.
You know like,
they all on your tip.
Yeah, this should be crazy, man. But it's cool though. Like it's definitely awesome. And like, just to know, like I started singing in the basement of my parents' house and with my little karaoke machine and talent shows and stuff at school. Like, and then to be able to be on a chart, like ahead of my favorite artists, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the international stuff be compilation albums now.
Right.
But still, like, to be, you know, The Weeknd got me a couple times, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
He's so
Weeknd,
dope.
Man. You know? So, but, you know, it's cool.
Absolutely. What do you enjoy the most about being an artist?
I enjoyed sharing my music and my talents that I've been given by God with the world.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool to, you know, help people and just see the reaction and bring happiness to people. It makes me feel good, but your gifts are meant to be spread out, not just held on to for yourself. So I've actually had messages on social media. I've had messages like from people saying like, oh, my husband is a drug addict, and I listened to your song "Should Have Stayed Friends" was one of the messages, and they were like, you know, that helped me get through it. and he's in remission now, and like your music helped me and stuff. And I'm just like, this is a love song. Like, how did that help? But I'm like, people interpret stuff so like differently. It's
Absolutely.
Really, so it's just like those things mean everything. And then like the other day, I had like this orphanage in Ghana like send me a message, and the kids were all holding up a sign, and they were like,
huge.
"We love you, Happy Friday, Gabe," and they were all yelling it at one time, so I knew it wasn't no fake scamming like weird stuff. And like, you know, it's cool, and it's just really dope to have that power of music and be able to use it for good.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, that's what I enjoy about it. And just seeing the looks on people's faces when I'm performing and stuff, and they're happy, and you know, and they enjoy it. It's just like, I'm born to entertain. So it's just, that's what I'm here to do.
You're absolutely really out here touching people and changing lives through your music,
Crazy.
through the gift that God presented you. And I love the fact that some people, we all have a gift. Some people have multiple gifts, but some people don't utilize it. Right. You're absolutely utilizing your gift that God gave you to touch the world, like literally the entire world. Yeah. You mentioned a couple of your accolades, you know, charting and stuff like that. You know, for the people who don't know your history, give us a couple of your big accolades.
Okay. So Revolt TV, about 2 years ago, I was on the Revolt Summit. I ended up second place, but I'm grateful that I was on there.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the whole Revolt TV and the network for having me on the Be Heard competition. It was really cool. You know, it was a tough battle. You know, and it was cool. That was definitely something. Of course, just recently, getting on a call with Timberland twice in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That was like on different days. That was cool. Of course, MTV's Top Pop Group, long time ago. It was like 10 years ago, but that was my first time being on television.
Amazing.
And it was really cool. And then, I mean, I got a little list.
It's okay. We got time.
So let's keep going.
We got time.
Okay, so what else? Humbly speaking.
Of course.
The Craig Ferguson show,
okay.
Late Show with Craig Ferguson. That was like a decade ago. And then like some reality stuff. I've done like Blind Date, The Carbonaro Effect, like some, you know, lead stuff. And I was just in the Five Guys commercial yesterday.
Yeah. So
like that was cool. Shout out to Five Guys. Go
wow.
check out their burgers.
Yes.
So they're gonna do like a viral campaign on TikTok. So it'll be like a sponsored ad, and they're supposed to post it on their page and all that, like on their Five Guys. So y'all check me out.
Congratulations.
You know? And then there's the TV commercial following with that. So and then Golden Corral. Like, I mean, I'm just out here working. I'm trying to do everything. I just want people to know my face.
100%.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, facial recognition. So, like, if they know my face, they'd be like, I think I seen you somewhere, then I'm doing my job.
Right.
And then the music, you can get that later. You know
absolutely, because oftentimes with artists, the music is so much bigger than who they are. Everybody be like, I know that song, but they have no idea who the artist is. You want people to understand who you are.
I want it all.
You want it all. Absolutely. So what is on your bucket list that you haven't potentially achieved within music that you're going to make sure before you check out?
I definitely need a Chris Brown placement.
Okay.
I want a Grammy. And I want to, I got to win that Grammy. And then I'd really like to, what else? I really would like to maybe like open a school for music. Like would be really cool. You know
I agree.
And like just do something to give back and help. That was on the accolade as well. Not just all about me, but like I got to do the Boys and Girls Clubs. I did a tour, and I got to go like it was like Powerade and Coca-Cola and stuff. They gave me this little van, and they're like, hey, you put out, you're gonna have little brand ambassadors in every city, and they're gonna do these things, and you can perform, and then you just pass out Powerade and just scream Powerade. And I'm like,
wow,
all right, bet. So I'm going there. Like I went to Houston, Louisiana, and I did like 10 cities. And I like drove this freaking Sprinter van like in the rain. That thing, this is my first time. I barely like had my lights. I was like, that thing was sliding all over the place.
Nah, bobbing and weaving.
Yeah, they gave me a company credit card though, so it was lit though.
I know that's right.
Shout out Powerade.
That is so dope. For those type of situations where you maybe get endorsement deals, sponsorship, stuff like that, getting your music like sync licensing, getting your music into film and stuff, you know, any tips or advice for any artists out there that can, you know, because a lot of them want that, but they just don't know where to start. Yeah,
what you need to do is you need to get on Instagram. You got to go to these pop-up workshops and stuff. Like Revolt does stuff all the time at the summits.
Yeah.
Then I know you guys do stuff.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You and Big Rankin,
you
guys do stuff. You got to get out here and get in with the community, talk to people. And then on Instagram, you can go and hit up all the music supervisors is what the title is for that. Go in the sync libraries. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to give it all away because y'all gonna take my place.
No,
but I
for
think
real.
there's enough for everybody. So there's so much need for that. And like get you a publishing company. You know what I'm saying? Get your BMI, or your ASCAP or CSAC or whatever. And then also Library of Congress. Make sure your stuff is copyrighted so people can't jack you.
That's right.
And that's really where you start. And then just go and move these records around and find a publisher that, you know, if you can't get right to the music supervisors, find the publisher of the music libraries and then go from there. And then you're gonna get something.
Absolutely. No, that's great advice.
Even if your music is trash, you're still gonna get something. Because there's like a need for everything. Like if I think it's not good, you might love it. You know what I'm saying? But it vice versa. So it's like
I had a little debate like that on Instagram the other day because I had made a post. One of the things I do outside of this is I do some PR work. Like I write articles and I get them published on the small and large blogs. And I had someone say to me, well, what if their song is trash? I said, just because you think it's trash, the rest of the world may love it. And this was coming from an artist. He knows who he is. And I said to him, there's people probably think you're trash, but that don't stop you.
Right.
Like, it's all about opinions, you know, just because some people might hate what I do, but there's a million other that love it. So
we love you. We love you here today.
So I'm glad that you brought that up. Like, like the old saying is, one monkey don't stop the show. We keep it moving.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. What do you got? You know, I know you got the album in the works. Do you have other business ventures that you're pursuing outside the music industry?
Yeah, I'm currently doing some writing and stuff for people in the industry.
Okay.
You know, like there's a lot of people that want R&B right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm tapping in with some people. I don't want to like start name dropping.
Of course.
I'm gonna be going to Miami next week for a writer camp down at DJ Khaled's studio.
Nice.
So I'll be working with my guy down there, Dre Knight. But that's all I'm gonna say. And then I'm really excited because he's incredible. So I'm gonna be down there working with them. I'm also doing a lot of like sync pitching, and I might even drop another half of the Christmas album this year. I was on the Fox News special for Christmas last year.
Wow.
And that was my first time performing on the news. It was like a Good Morning America kind of thing.
That's so amazing.
And it was super dope. Like they were so professional and so cool.
Yeah.
And it was just like, really dope. Like, and then I woke up at like 5 in the morning because they told me it's going to be between 7 and 8. So I'm like, I just like went to the studio and my hair was all jacked up. I like hop on live. I'm like, what's up, y'all? Check me out on the news. And like, I'm watching it. And like, I just moved into the studio, you know what I'm saying? In November. So it was like December. And I didn't even have a couch. And like my TV's like sitting on a chair or something. Like it was crazy, man. But you know,
real bachelor pad.
I'm telling you, it's right now. But you know, like stuff like that is awesome.
That is really dope. And it's moments like that let you know you are absolutely doing the right thing.
And it makes it all worth it too.
Yes.
Like a lot of times as artists, I feel like we feel like it's never gonna work,
Yeah.
or like we feel down and depressed, and like right before you give up is like when you're about to make it,
100%.
when you're about to like really break through, and you just gotta keep going.
Absolutely.
That's one thing I gotta always remind myself, because a lot of times I'd be like, man, it's like been doing this 17 years, I'm 30 now, I'm like, dang, you know. But it's like then I'll be on a TV show, I'll get a call from a casting director, hey, we want you for this new Netflix show. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm working on some reality stuff coming up as well too.
Wow.
So look for that. I'm just I'm just like a crazy person. I'm just messaging here, emailing there, calling there, popping up at this event, performing anywhere I can. And you know, I think my work ethic speaks for itself, and I think that the right people, when it's that time for me, when it's my time, I think that they'll find me.
Absolutely.
Just because I'm working.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of like trying to go and like ask people for favors and all this stuff, like people want to help you when you help yourself.
That's
you know what I
right.
mean? So.
Like the OG Bigger always says, a buzz is like pregnancy. It's going to show.
I love that. That's what's up.
People are going to see when you're making moves, and that will gravitate people to you.
Yeah.
Because people who have like minds and, you know, want to succeed in business, they're going to gravitate to people like you because, like, man, he's always doing something. I want to be around someone like that because, like, you got somebody who's, you know, no shade, but they making 20 grand a year. They ain't going to tell you or be able to get you to that milli. You want to hang around people who's really out here making moves and doing it because it's going to motivate you to get up off our ass every day and go get to it. Mm-hmm. Throughout your journey in music, you've been doing it for a long time. What would you say has been the toughest thing that you've encountered that you had to push through?
I think the hardest thing was like two things, man. I used to be super stage fright. Like,
yeah.
I'm saying, like, I used to go to karaoke and I would like sneak out of my parents' house and stuff, or tell them like after my telemarketing job I had back in the day. I was telling them like, I would tell them like, I'm gonna go eat with my friends and stuff, and I would really go sneak into the karaoke bar and like pay the bouncer to let me in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, in the back
know.
doors,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So like, you know, I would do stuff like that, and then just I would sing and sing and sing in front of people, and then, like I was like young, I was 16, 17, 18, so I was like still in high school, and like, you know, like I was like the Justin Bieber, like the little kid, and all the girls had a crush on me, but they couldn't do nothing about it like at that point, right? So I'm like, they were showing me love and building my confidence and stuff, and it really helped me. And then I started performing in front of larger crowds, and then I got on a couple cities with Chris Brown, did a couple halls, and people were screaming and fainting for me, and I was like, dang, I didn't know I was that cold. And then, you know what I'm saying? So like that was one thing that really helped, and I love to sing in front. I'll sing, you put a camera in front of me, like anything, I'll turn on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But not so it's different now. But so that, and then also moving from Minneapolis, Minnesota, moving from there down to Atlanta, and like having to catch up with the pace and make new friends, and really just network and get in where I fit in. You know, that was really tough. Like it took me like 2-3 years to really even be around anybody. It started with like, I went on Craigslist and I was looking for like little gigs I could do that had to pertain to modeling, so I could just find out like who is who and stuff. And then I got a Model Mayhem, and then I was like I did a shoot for a Nissan car dealership in Norcross up here. And,
wow.
And you know, and then I started doing stuff like that, and then I met some girls, and like I was hitting on them. I was trying to find some girls to hang out with while I just moved here, you know. So like, and then them girls took me to Buckhead, and then I learned about East Andrews clubs, and I learned about Havana and all the little white clubs and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Red martinis and stuff, and then I started meeting the promoters, and then I started performing, and I did open mics, and then I started getting in there, and like it just kept like kind of snowballing, and then I met all the casting directors you can think of, and it's like, and they helped me with you know, with like getting into TV and getting my name out there and stuff, and you know, it's been really, really cool. I've been really blessed. This city is amazing, and it's just such an opportunity here for anybody. You know, like it's anybody's game, especially right now. The industry's wide open.
I agree.
You know, so.
I agree. I feel like if you come to Atlanta and you can't make it, then that just means you don't have that hustler mentality. Go back home, you know, like, because there's, like you said, there's so much opportunity, whether there's opportunity already out there or for you to create your own opportunities. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know you've done some TV work and commercials. What about actual like film movies? Does that interest you at all?
It has. I hate like memorizing lines, and it's crazy because it's crazy because like I sing and I have to memorize lyrics, but it's different when it's in a melody, you know. So like, I think like my mom or like somebody told me they was like, why don't you like make it into a song? And I was like, come on, dude. Like, they were like, take the script and sing it. And I was like, I don't think that's
not gonna work.
Like,
that ain't gonna fly.
Like, nah, I don't know. But I was like, you know, that I don't really like to learn lines, but I'm like, man, if that check is right, I'm gonna be in there reading like I'm in science class again or something. But you know, I have done some like short films, some indie films. And then I've, of course, like when I first moved to Atlanta, like I think it was like 2011, and then 2012 is when they did that tax credit.
Yes.
So I moved here at the right time, and then like that year or two of prep of getting in there and having that hunger brought me to be like one of the first like 100 or maybe 50 to 100 core extras. So like all the movies they were doing down here, which like The Internship was one of the first ones, and then they did The Hunger Games, and then they did like Necessary Roughness was the very first thing I was on, and it was on USA Network with Callie Thorne and them. So I started as an extra, and then I got cool with Makad Brooks on there, you know, like the vampire dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's cool as hell. But so after that, then like they made me like a purse thief. It was like crazy. And like I grabbed the purse and ran out there, and he tackled me. Like, and it was like, and then everybody was like looking at me like this. And then I got cool with Kay Clark. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. I just talked to her earlier. She started putting me in music videos. And like I just knew to like get in front of the camera and butt everybody out the way so I get my camera time. And like just, you know, and that kind of like it just keeps going and keeps going. You just gotta go get it. Like, I don't know.
Absolutely. I think with film though, like you would really have to almost put everything else to the side.
It's a lot. It's demanding.
It is very demanding.
And I think you need an agent, like for sure. Like, because it's nothing to go get extra jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but I'm saying
so many websites out there you can register with to get extra.
Yeah, all that. But I'm saying like, you know, music is my first love, and I think you definitely need to be multifaceted. But right now I just want to focus and master one thing before I jump around and do a whole bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like my music is very close to being mastered. Like I'm always going to be a sponge. But, You know, like that's what I'm saying.
Are you going to be putting yourself on tour anytime soon?
Yeah, I'm working on that right now. Like, and that's why I'm saying the budgeting, all that stuff, because I want to. There's a way I can't say everything, but there's a formula. Of course, you know it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's, you know, you got to get this stuff out here and do them ads and do like the regional targeting and stuff.
All that.
And then build it. Because I already have a fan base. Like, I have people show up to my shows when I perform.
That's amazing.
It's just, you know, I need thousands of people. And that's going to be like mass marketing. So it's like something that I'm really focusing on this year is building that like real solid fan base.
Yeah, absolutely. And that stuff like that definitely takes time because the music industry, there's so many dope artists always coming out. You know, have you had a moment like on TikTok where you went viral?
Not on TikTok. I was looked at for this show, and I don't think my numbers were right. I got like 10,000. That ain't nothing. But I'm like, I think I had like 90,000 was like my top one so far. But I mean, I've never been religiously TikToking.
Me neither. Me
so
neither.
It's like, but you know, there was this MTV show called like Finding a Superstar, Making a Super, something like that.
Yeah.
And my boy .com from QC, shout out to .com. He called up the casting director and put me in there, and they looked at me and I didn't make it.
Yeah,
but still, like, it's like it was a look, and
yeah,
I appreciate
of course.
the look. So it's like, you know, you're gonna get 10,000 no's before you get a yes.
Absolutely, and it's what we do with them yeses that count.
Facts, and you got to keep working.
Absolutely, and the thing with TikTok, like, this is just my perspective. It seems like people who really aren't doing anything are the ones that are going viral on there.
I know, so we just need to like stop singing and like
just do dumb stuff.
Like, yeah, for sure. Maybe I'll try that.
Right, because I'm just like, I see some of the people who get like millions of views and they're really not doing anything with talent. I'm just like, Yeah, so I haven't dove into it too much either because I'm like, I don't know where I fit in that.
Right. I mean, but they're saying they were banning TikTok.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe we just hold out a little bit longer.
Yeah, right. Why work hard on something and then they're going to take it away from us?
No, I'm saying, but I mean, you got to utilize all your social media.
Definitely.
For sure. So, but I'm like working on a lot of new cover stuff coming up. And shout out to my video guy, Shy. He's great. So I'm gonna be dropping covers, every Monday. I try to do them.
Do you have a name for that? Like,
I used to call it Remix Mondays.
Okay.
And I'd do like a remix every Monday, and I didn't do video stuff like that until I realized that you have to have visuals to go with your audio. But I did that, and then Justin Bieber came out with Music Mondays. Like, he had the Journals album, and he was dropping it every Monday, and I'm like, dang, I know somebody watching me.
Yeah, no,
like,
for real.
What? You know what I'm saying? All my friends write his records now. I'm like, okay, all right. Somebody done said something.
So you're gonna kind of keep the same theme, like is what you're doing before?
Yeah, I mean, I think Monday is like the start to the week. It's like well, I mean, sometimes I start my week on Sundays, but I try to keep it holy. I try to keep it chill on Sundays, but and you gotta call the girls for the pool. But,
you're so funny.
Yeah, but
I try to keep it holy. Okay.
Yeah, but Mondays usually I start my week on Mondays 4 a.m. So I'm like, I feel like it's a good momentum start. I shoot my covers on Sundays, like Sunday nights, like Sunday afternoons, whatever. And then I'll try to, like, the video guy push him or rush him and stuff. He's always good to me and stuff. He gets it done. I have it by like 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm sitting there on Instagram waiting for that thing to pop up, that Dropbox.
Right.
Get that thing, post it, start running my ads, start like posting it and dropping it to everybody. Drop a comment, check it out. You know what I'm saying? And like pushing it. And my covers have been doing good. I've been getting like 20,000, 50,000, like, like I need that viral cover. So I'm going to get that. I'm definitely going to get that before the end of the year, 100%.
Absolutely.
I just got to be consistent and just work.
Being consistent, and like you said, what I really noticed with Instagram is everybody's engagement has went way down because of the way the algorithm is.
Oh, man.
They are forcing us to pay for ads, which is okay because it's an investment.
Yeah.
So like literally everything I post, even if it's just a picture, I put a little ad behind it because I always gain new followers and new engagement off of that. So a lot of people don't want to spend that money, but it's a business. They offer us a completely free platform. Spend a little money on there.
Instagram has made me so much money.
Me
man.
too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, thousands and thousands.
Yeah.
And it's not even just from my music even. It's like promo.
People booking you for stuff. And
people want to figure out how how do I get my stuff popping like that? People want to find out like the PR stuff. I even got a little PR company. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real, that's dope.
I be selling the knowledge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need anything, holla.
Holla at your boy.
Do you take your customers? Like,
no, that's cool. We can work together, you know.
Like,
do you do like courses and stuff like that?
Yeah, I do hooks. I do features. You know what I'm saying? I'm available for all that. Hit me up, Gabe Lustman.
He working. I love it. I love everything you got going on. You know, definitely you've had a lot of success, and you're going to continue to see even bigger success because we're claiming it, throwing it out there to the universe, all that. Before we give out your social media and all that, is there anything else you want to make sure everybody knows about?
Yeah, I just want to say to everybody that got a dream, you know, make sure you keep following that and don't ever give up even when times get hard. And if people don't believe in you, just keep going. You know, that's
absolutely.
All.
We have to. We got to keep going. Mm-hmm. And they can tune in and listen to some of your music to motivate them.
You definitely can, or play for your girl.
Get all hot and steamy. Baby making. You know what I'm saying?
Check out that new Heart of Love coming soon.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for it.
You'll be the first to get the first copy.
Please, absolutely. And any songs that you're pushing, make sure I get the clean version as well, because I have an FM show 7 days a week here in Atlanta.
Oh, we lit.
Early, I do the morning show Monday through Friday, and then I'm on the evenings and the weekends. So
I'm definitely gonna be back. I'm coming back from my radio run.
Facts, absolutely. Sure. I would love that. Where can people follow you?
People can check me out on Instagram. That's Gabe Lustman, GabeLustman. You can find me on YouTube, /Gabe Singin. That's GabeSingin. And check me out on all streaming platforms. That's Gabe Lustman, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, the whole 9.
Is that your government name?
It is. It's crazy because people don't believe me.
I'm
like Lustman.
How ironic that you have lust in your name and you be making that lustful music. Like, God knew what he was doing.
He did.
No, that's dope. And I love the fact that you keep it genuine. You keep it true to who you are.
I try to.
You giving them Gabe.
Yep.
That's just, you can't be no one else, right?
Yeah, probably not.
They might try to be you, but, you know. Who do you want to shout out to?
I want to shout out to TampaMystic for having me on Industry's Most Wanted.
Oh, we got to drop it one time. It's definitely my pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, and I want to shout out my manager, Juice. Shout out to Big.
Hey,
you back there in the corner.
Talking about the guy over there in the purple shirt, giving them big hugs.
Yeah, and you know, everybody that follows me, supports me, the fans, the friends, the supporters, everything. I just appreciate everybody even tuning in and giving me the view, you know what I'm saying, and taking your time to check me out and caring about what I have going on. Because I remember days that I couldn't pay you to listen to my stuff. Well, I probably could, but you know what I'm saying? But
I get
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thank you to everybody tuning in. Appreciate y'all and rock with me and just follow, because this is the beginning of a beautiful story.
Absolutely. You know I got one more question. We got to drop it one more time. We're live. Industry's Most Wanted. Boom. Gabe Lustman in the building. Go ahead and let the whole world know what makes you the industry's most wanted.
I heard you got a new man. I hope it isn't true. Getting to the money, see the stars in the roof. Tired of these, I just wish your name were you. I know it sounds crazy, gotta tell you that it's true. Girl, it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Girl, it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, yeah.
That was one of the best answers ever. I just got
Gabe
chills.
Lustman, true. Get
yes.
That on Spotify, Apple Music.
Meet Up. Make sure y'all go check out that record as well.
Meet up also.
Beautiful song.
Hard to Love album coming soon.
Facts, man. Once again, thank you for being here. Give me some of that good energy.
Thanks so much.
We up out of here, y'all.
I know you wanted to. Let's have an after party. Put my hands on your body. Is you drunk? Tell me, do you